Welcome to our news updates. President Donald Trump is preparing to merge his campaign with the Republican National Committee, which may be grappling with legal bills piling up as costs from criminal cases, and his various civil actions threaten to deplete his own political coffers. Trump's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, who he nominated to be RNC co-chair, has repeatedly suggested the organization will spend every penny of its money on Trump's 2024 candidacy, and on Wednesday said she thought Republican voters would support it. Pay your legal fees. Whether the RNC will actually pay legal fees, or the more than $440 million Trump owes in civil judgments, is an ambiguous question that Lara Trump told reporters Wednesday she doesn't know the answer. The former president's campaign has denied that RNC money is being spent on Trump's legal fees, ABC News reported, citing an unnamed senior advisor to the Trump campaign, who said knowing their fundraising arm will continue to cover expenses. Before we continue, please support us by clicking on the subscription button and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Trump's leader PAC, Save America, has spent about $40 million on legal fees last year since he was first indicted in March, Forbes previously reported, and is said to be burning. The rest of the money is held between Save America and the super PAC supporting his campaign, MAGA Incorporated, with Save America spending $2.9 million on legal fees in January, leaving $6.3 million in cash. The Republican National Committee spent nearly $2 million in 2021 and 2022 to pay law firms representing Trump, but the payment stopped after Trump announced his 2024 candidacy because the RNC does not support candidates before they win the nomination, although the rules may change once an official candidate wins. As it became increasingly clear that Trump would almost certainly become the party's 2024 nominee, Trump endorsed a leadership shakeup that would put his inner circle at the helm of the Republican Party, replaces current chairwoman Ronna McDaniel with chairwoman of the North Carolina Republican Party. Michael Whatley, named co-chair Lara Trump, and his campaign advisor, Chris LaChivita, chief operating officers. $8 million. That's how much cash the RNC had at the end of 2023, plus $1.8 million in debt, after raising $87.20 million, its worst fundraising year since 2013. IT raised $176.6 million in 2022, after ending the year with $14.3 million on hand. I don't think it's appropriate for the committee to pay legal fees for things done outside of committee work, Tennessee committee member Oscar Brock told Politico, noting that 2 weeks before the RNC passed a budget that did not include funding for Trump's legal fees, although financial plans could be changed. The RNC spends about 75% of its budget in a presidential election year supporting the party's nominee, a former member told ABC News, with the remainder mainly going to House and Senate elections. A Manhattan judge ordered Trump and his companies to pay $355 million last week in a New York civil fraud case, accusing him of regularly exaggerating his assets, plus $98,000. $6 million in profits began accumulating in March 2019. Writer E. Jean Carroll received $5 million after a jury found him responsible last year for sexually assaulting her, plus an additional $83.3 million awarded by a second jury for the defamation lawsuit against him. Trump is expected to appeal all 3 rulings, but he will still have to make payments in the meantime, either by depositing money into a court-controlled account or through a third-party appeal bond. Trump's legal fees will also continue to rise as his 4 criminal cases are expected to linger beyond the November election. Trump is on track to surpass the 1,215 delegate threshold needed to win the nomination on March 12, his campaign estimated earlier in the week. We estimate that Trump is worth $2.6 billion, including $426 million in cash and other liquidity that could be used to pay his fine. McDaniel is expected to resign as RNC chair, multiple media outlets reported, citing people familiar with her conversations with Trump, but the RNC said there would be no leadership change will be decided before Saturday's Republican primary in South Carolina. McDaniel, who was re-elected to a 4th term last January by a landslide margin, can be removed from office by a 2/3 vote among her 168 members, which include elected officials in every state, if she does not resign. Trump has publicly questioned McDaniel's future at the RNC, telling Newsmax earlier this month that he thought she understood that she should resign due to the RNC's lackluster fundraising numbers and high-profile defeats, level of the Republican Party since Trump left office. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.